So it was last Sunday where I decided to get up around 6:30 in the morning and drive to the trail, which is around the lake here in Austin, and I told myself I was going to run a marathon. Yeah. No training, terrible shoes. I've had these shoes for like 7 years now, and I thought I was going to be able to do it out of pure willpower. Well, I didn't make it to a full marathon, but I made it to a half marathon. At mile 10, I was just dying. I just couldn't. Literally, just my body just was totally in shock, was not responding to me. And I was just, make it to the half, make it to the half, make it to the half. And I fucking made it, man. And I ran 13.1 miles with no training and just by a pure test of willpower. And sometimes you gotta do shit like that. Sometimes you just gotta go and test yourself and see what you're made of. And we're all going through a test right now. We're all going through something that wants to teach us something about ourselves, something that's gonna elevate you to become the person that you're supposed to be. And you need to extract that lesson out. You need to be able to clearly see what this means for you if you do make it happen. So think about the positive consequences, the results, the byfactors of what will happen if you are able to learn the lesson that you are currently going through right now. If you can see the lesson, right, and start learning it right now, and start seeing why you're not able to get through it, then you'll get through it. That is the process, right? If you think about like, oh man, why is it that I don't get the results that I want? Why is it that, like, what's going on? And you analyze and you look inside and you're like, well, I'm not patient enough, right? And so this obstacle here is teaching me patience. It's teaching me to live by the moment each and every single step of the way. And then you learn patience, and guess what? You're rewarded now, right? With the next evolution of whatever the next challenge will be. And we're all going through those things, and we all have to learn these lessons. And if we don't learn them, you're going to have to keep relearning and relearning and relearning. And the worst part is that the universe punishes with time, right? So if you don't learn the lesson quickly, then it's going to take more time and more time and more time. And people sometimes, that's how they lose their lives. They don't die, but they just stop living because they don't actually live. They don't actually learn the lessons that are meant for them to learn in that moment in time. And so, as Napoleon Hill said in the book Outwitting the Devil, you'll become a drifter. You'll just drift on because you decided not to take full accountability. You decided to not take full responsibility, and you allowed for external forces and external circumstances to take you away because you didn't fully learn the lesson. And that's the most important thing, because it all comes down to awareness. You have to be aware of where you are and where you're going and the results you'll get once you get what you want, once you achieve, once you go past that obstacle. Because understanding that you have a target, you know where you're going. And clarity means that you're walking the path of conscious congruence, right? Clarity is whenever you listen to whatever your conscience is telling you to do and you walk every single step of the way. And if you don't, and if you start becoming incongruent with your conscience, that's when anxiety, that's when depression, and that's when unfulfillment comes from. So that's the task here, man. Fully congruent and aware of where you're going and taking every single step along the way so that path that you have to walk, you become the person that you're supposed to become ultimately, not just for you, but so that you can provide abundance and also help others lift them up. So that's it right there. Hope that gave you some clarity. Definitely helped me. Something I've been thinking about a lot. drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on what I just talked about. Cheers. Soul strength. Let's go.